Hey friends, it's your buddy Big Ed here to try to save you some money again, this time on plugins. Let me tell you the truth about plugins. There's a lot of myths, a lot of misconceptions, a lot of hype, a lot of marketing. I've been doing this for 32 years professionally, and that entire time, I would say 30 of the 32 years actually, I've been using digital DAWs in some form or fashion. And I was with Pro Tools when it was Sound Designer, so a long time ago. All right, here's what I've learned, and here's how I'm going to try to save you some money. With very few exceptions, because you're going to see a lot of stuff online of celebrity, hotshot, Grammy-winning, well-deserving mix engineers using specific things. A lot of the time, they're even using stock plugins. Yes, sure, they're using a couple of few things here and a couple of few things there that are specialty, sort of boutique-y, but not that crazy, really. Nothing that you haven't really been hearing about for years and years, whether it's like the black box saturator or the decapitator and some other sound toys and some other Waves stuff and Plugin Alliance and, the usual suspects. Aside from a few circumstances and instances of specialty plugins, even they use the stock plugins. Yes, you can make the stock plugins virtually, and I'll get to that in a second, virtually sound like anything. Another thing I highly encourage you to do before you spend your money is look into how many amazing, really, truly amazing free plugins there are out there. Like Analog Obsession, the guy, I don't know him personally, but I use his plugins, are free. You can do Patreon with him, but you can download and use those plugins for free. I use quite a few of those, as well as some other manufacturers' free plugins. Now, virtually, what do I mean by virtually? Well, there are certain plugins, say like Pultec style plugins, that do a very specific thing. You boost a frequency and you cut that frequency and it creates a special curve and whatever. Okay, that's different. You can replicate that in the digital realm, but it will slow you down quite a bit, which is the other side of this equation, speed. You want to be able to move quickly. Sadly, I will admit this, I own pretty close to 900 plugins. And out of those 900, I think I use 200. I'm pretty sure it's not even more than 200. And I wish I didn't buy the other 700. Not that they're not good, not that they're bad, but they're just not that special or useful to me, or they're just, something else is just as good. So before you spend a lot of money on plugins, try to utilize the built-in free plugins you get with your DAW and look into a lot of really, really excellent builders who have free plugins as well. I think there will be only certain occasions for you to reach out and buy things that you can't get anywhere else. And another thing I've learned, though, is even in those circumstances where you're like, well, but this is a very specialized thing, you might find another version of it cheaper or free. Everybody's trying to compete with each other. They're trying to copy each other. So while there are certain well-being and useful specialized tools, before you buy those even, look in to see if you could get something pretty dang close or exactly the same thing for free. It's very time consuming to copy the sound or the response of every plugin with the built-in ones. So that's why I understand that there are certain times if you have to work very fast. If you're in a professional environment like myself, I can't have a client sitting here while I'm drawing curves and whatever, which is why I have a lot of plugins so I can work fast and go. But for the average person sitting at home doing this for themselves, it's a waste of money. So don't do it. Try to use what you have built in. Try to research. There's plenty. Just search free plugins on Google and you'll find tons of amazing plugins. And again, I use those plugins as well. I know a lot of pros do. You don't always have to use the pricey ones. The only argument that can be made for using specialized plugins that I can see is speed. And yes, that's valid. But other than that, and other than in certain specialized circumstances, you don't need it. Don't blow your money. Try to work with what you have first. And then, and only then, if there's something you're trying to emulate, research deeply what it is you're looking into before you buy it. And in fact, many, if not every plugin on the market allows you to demo them for at least 10 days and sometimes as many as 30 days or more. Do that first. Play around with it, get to know it. I can tell you personally, there's plugins that I've been using for years, and I still find subtleties with them as I use them in different situations. So demo them. Don't blow your money, use the built-in stuff, and get free stuff wherever you can until someone's paying you to go out and get the other stuff. And even then, I'm not sure it's worth it, okay? There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of marketing. There's a lot of people that are paid on social media and YouTube and whatever to tell you it's hot, it's cool, it's new, it's fast, it's better. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's not to say they're not good. They're all good. But are they worth it? I don't know. All right, let me know if you have any questions.